At what point does crypto, trading, buying and selling go to the next level and be beyond just existing for the sake of itself? I mean, they've been too volatile for people to actually transact real life, day-to-day things like groceries, services, haircuts, houses, with the odd exception here and there. At what point does it go beyond just its own confines of being a crypto trade?
Yeah, it's a great question, Bernie. To be honest, the reality is actually that even for anybody interested in crypto, investing and holding cryptocurrencies is not as straightforward as many people think. I mean, for example, right now, if you look at opening an account at many of the exchanges around the world, it takes not only a couple of days, but in many cases, a couple of weeks. And not only when you have the crypto, actually safeguarding the assets is, again, not very straightforward. For example, if I have a bank account and I lose my PIN number, I can always go to a bank and get it back. Whereas if I lose the private keys of my crypto, my digital wallet, my crypto is gone forever. And that's actually one of the obstacles if you want to bring it more mainstream over the coming months.
Henri, it's interesting because a lot of investors have moved into Bitcoin on the expectation that it is going to be a viable means of exchange in the future. But if you have a look at some of the limitations of Bitcoin, it has a slow transaction speed. As Bernie just alluded to, it's inherently volatile. It has a limited supply and it's very expensive to mine. So do those things hold Bitcoin back from ever really being the utility that many believe it can be?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the Bitcoin has obviously a lot of positives, also a number of challenges as well. And some of the ones you mentioned are great examples. But this is why I think it's I always give the comparison of the first engine, the Model T that was, created 100 years ago. And obviously the engine evolved quite a lot since then. And I think we're going to see the same thing in the cryptocurrency space with a lot of new innovations coming up. For example, right now, there's more than 1,300 coins right now in the market. And I think you're going to see the industry evolve over the coming years. It's really, really important to understand for anybody in the space that we are really at the very early days of the crypto revolution, if you can call it like that.